Hello and a warm welcome to the Tamil Nadu Brief. I'm Sam Daniel. The headlines first. M K Stalin takes up delimitation issue against the centre amid worry of Tamil Nadu losing MP seats due to effective population control. Stalin calls for an all-party meet. With elections next year, is Stalin setting the narrative against the BJP? DMK student wing takes to the streets protesting against the national education policy, calling it Hindi imposition. And a woman gang raped in Thoothukudi. Police opened fire at one of the two suspects. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK Chief M K Stalin has taken up the delimitation issue against the centre amid worries that the state could lose some of its MP seats due to its effective population control measures over the last few decades. The state has 39 MPs now, and this on the basis of the 1971 census population. With southern states effectively implementing population control measures over the last few decades, chances are some of these states could lose many of their MPs. For instance, Tamil Nadu could lose up to 8 MP seats if the delimitation next year is done on the basis of the 2026 census population, which would certainly show Tamil Nadu's population much declining. However, states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar would have a rise in their MPs because of their exponential rise in population over the last few decades because of poor implementation of family planning or population control measures. This, Stalin says, is penalizing well-performing states like Tamil Nadu and others in the south. He calls it a sword hanging around southern states or over southern states. Stalin says if the centre next year decides to retain the existing number of seats in Lok Sabha, then Tamil Nadu would lose 8 MP seats. If the centre decides to increase the MP strength, then chances are the state will get 10 more MPs, but overall it would stand to lose 12 MPs going by the 1971 census. M K Stalin has now called for an all-party meeting on the 5th of March to discuss and strategize on this issue. He is calling for a transparent and fair guidelines so that states which performed very well in terms of population control measures would not be penalized. There is worry that a bulk of the MPs would be in northern part of India, making the smaller number of MPs from southern states including Tamil Nadu in a sense redundant or irrelevant to form government at the centre, particularly if a party is able to win big numbers from states in the north. With state elections due next year, it appears that M K Stalin is setting the narrative loud and clear against the BJP at the centre. First, he had taken up the issue of the national education policy and the 3-language formula, calling it Hindi imposition. He also took on the centre after the Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan stopped funds for Tamil Nadu's Samagra Shiksha program to the extent of 2,150 crore, saying that the funds will not be released till the state accepts the national education policy in its entirety, which M K Stalin calls blackmail and coercion. Stalin has so far taken up 3 issues against the centre. 1, the NEP, 2, the Advocate Amendment Bill, and 3, now the delimitation.
தென்னிந்தியாவுடைய தலைக்கு மேலே ஒரு கத்தியை தொங்கிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. இதனால் தமிழ்நாட்டுடைய குரல் நசுக்கப்படுது. இது வெறும் உறுப்பினுடைய எண்ணிக்கையை பற்றி கவலை மட்டும் இல்லை, நம் மாநிலத்துடைய உரிமையை சார்ந்தது என்பதை நாம் மறந்துவிட்டோம்.
Turning the heat against the BJP at the center, the student wing of the DMK and a few student federations took to the streets across Tamil Nadu, protesting against the national education policy and the three-language formula, calling it Hindi imposition. The BJP, of course, denies these allegations, saying that there's no Hindi imposition, there is only an opportunity for students across the country to learn an additional Indian language. We come to you from Saidapet in Chennai, where student federations along with student wing of the ruling DMK are holding protests against what they call as Hindi imposition. This protest happens across Tamil Nadu, and they say in the garb of new education or national education policy, the central government is imposing Hindi. In fact, as we speak, Chief Minister and DMK Chief M K Stalin has written to his cadre saying that this is unacceptable, and this party and the state government will continue to oppose this as long as Hindi imposition continues. The central government and the BJP say it's not Hindi imposition, it's only an opportunity for youngsters to learn another Indian language.
People who is willing to learn Hindi are learning. Many people in Tamil Nadu also know Hindi. It shouldn't be the case that you should definitely read Hindi. But people who are willing will read.
Is English helping you?
Obviously English.
Why?
That's the common language that everybody knows nowadays. Hindi is not that case. People who know English, we can go communicate to them. People who know Hindi will also talk in English. So that is more comfortable talking.
The two languages that we learn, Tamil and English, and for years and years together we have spread across the world globally, and they have proven themselves across the world, and we are in demand. So
what happens when you learn a new language now? Won't it actually improve your prospects?
we are not denying for learning a new language. We are just saying our language, what the education system we follow is don't impose Hindi. Even without Hindi, we have proved in the past, we are proving currently, even today, we have given a quality of output. Tamil Nadu has generated so many quality of students and the scholars who have proved in various education, who have cleared from the government school itself. It has produced quality of scholars from the government schools only.
Do you think this anti-Hindi stand will work now in 2025?
Yeah, it's actually in the previous year, 1986, the same issue arose.
67 you mean?
Yeah, actually the same issue arose. Now the day-to-day life, we are the people to save our language.
BJP argues that there is a groundswell of support for learning a new Indian language, and they plan to launch a door-to-door campaign from the 1st of March. The state is preparing for the 2026 assembly elections. The DMK is upbeat that this issue would help it politically to get a second consecutive term in the state. The BJP, which has a negligible presence in the state, is also hopeful that this issue will help to expand its footprint. And police in the Thoothukudi district of Tamil Nadu opened fire to nab a suspect in a case of gang rape in the district. Police say the man attacked two police personnel, including a sub-inspector, with a sickle, and they had to open fire for self-defense. And police opened fire on the leg of the suspect, who has now been arrested along with another alleged perpetrator. The police personnel and the two suspects are being treated. Investigators say the suspects barged into a house and raped a woman at knife point. This is a disturbing trend now in Tamil Nadu, with a rise in sexual offences against women. The key opposition, AIADMK, has slammed the ruling DMK, calling this an indication of declining law and order and lack of women's safety. The DMK, of course, denies these allegations, saying that in every one of these cases, the perpetrators have been booked, arrested, and the trial expedited. The law minister in the state recently had argued that under their rule, the survivors are confident to report sexual offences, unlike the earlier AIADMK regime when FIRs were filed late and survivors didn't have the courage even to file a written complaint referring to the Pollachi sexual abuse case. The minister says the FIR was filed 2 weeks later and survivors were scared to give a complaint.
Sub-inspector with a sickle along with the policeman who was along with him. அந்த ரெண்டு பேருக்கும் காயம் இருந்தது. Despite that injury, அவருடைய செல்ஃப் ப்ரொடெக்ஷனுக்காகவும் சிமிலர்லி அந்த அக்யூஸ்டை செக்யூர் பண்ணுறதுக்காகவும் he was forced to use force. அதில் one round of bullet was fired.
Well, that's all the time we have for on this edition of the Tamil Nadu Brief. See you tomorrow, same time. Goodbye.